Dubai Holding will need 25 billion dirhams, the equivalent to $6.8 billion, to build an entertainment district that will include the world's largest shopping mall, according to its chief executive, Ahmed bin Bayat. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, announced on Saturday plans to build the Mall of the World, encompassing an 8 million square foot mall connected to a theme park, 100 hotels and serviced apartment buildings with 20,000 rooms. Bayat stated that the whole project will be built over 10 years and the funds will be raised gradually over that period, adding that there is a requirement of about 2.5 billion dirhams every year until the project is completed. It was further added that at least half of the funds will come from internal resources and the rest will be accumulated through the debt market, sales of some parts of the project, revenue from leasing and partnerships. The first phase of the project will focus on the retail aspect, including the mall, and is expected to be ready in 3 years, with tenders for the project to go out in 6 months. Public sector loan growth outpaced lending to the private sector during the first quarter, according to data released by the central bank. Public sector credit rose by 17.5% at the end of March compared to the earlier quarter, and 52.15% on an annual basis. In comparison, lending to the private sector, including loans by non-bank financial institutions, dipped 1.3% on a quarterly basis, with growth on an annual basis edging up by only about 0.4%. According to local reports, a drop in lending by non-bank financial institutions was the main driver for the weakness in private sector credit growth. Total loans and advances rose by 2.8% during the year up to April, according to previously released central bank data. Elsewhere within the data, there were signs of a pickup in consumer lending, with loans, advances, overdrafts and property mortgages accelerating by 16.4% to the end of March from the same previous quarter. Loans, advances and overdrafts to residents rose 11% last year, a rate many analysts expect to quicken this year as consumers take advantage of record low interest rates to borrow. In an effort to control mortgage lending, the central bank last year capped home loans at 60 to 80% of a property's value, as well as 50% for off-plan mortgages. Nakheel has released its financial results for the first half of 2014, showing a net profit of 1.85 billion dirhams, an increase of 54% on a net profit of 1.20 billion dirhams in the same period in 2013. According to the developer, strong revenue from property development, together with improving performance in Nakheel's retail, leasing and leisure businesses, contributed to these robust results. Nakheel's half-year results announcement comes 2 weeks after the company confirmed they will prepay all of 7.9 billion dirhams owed in bank debt in August this year, nearly 4 years ahead of the last instalment due in March 2018. During the 6 months ending 30th of June 2014, Nakheel handed over 627 units to customers, while the retail and leasing businesses witnessed almost full occupancy of the available units for lease. Nakheel's leisure business also saw an improved performance on previous years. Ali Rashid Luther, the chairman of Nakheel, was quoted in a company statement as saying that the robust financial results reflect the growth witnessed in the real estate sector in Dubai, where Nakheel continues to play a strategic role, adding that since the financial year ending 2010, Nakheel has reported a year-on-year increase in net profit, and that with the bank debt repaid ahead of time and new cash-generating assets coming on stream, Nakheel is well on course to further strengthen its business and financial position. Etihad Airways on Tuesday reported double-digit growth in passenger and cargo volumes during the first half of 2014, with total revenues increasing to $3.2 billion, up 28%. A total of 6.7 million passengers travelled with the Abu Dhabi-based airline between January and June, almost 22% higher than the 5.5 million passengers in the same period last year. Etihad Cargo also outperformed the global market, carrying 268,713 tons of freight and mail during the first half of 2014, up 25% year-on-year, and remains on track to become a billion-dollar business this year. The H1 performance was supported by Etihad's continued growth in the second quarter, with 3.5 million passengers and 140,892 tons of freight and mail carried over the 3-month period, both up 25% on the same period last year. Etihad said its global route network had 98 destinations operational by the end of H1, compared to 92 in the same period last year, and will increase to 103 by the end of the year. The airline's fleet also expanded to 102 aircraft, with 7 aircraft delivered in the second quarter alone.